I'm your Geek Girl host, Eve Park, the girl who's had way too much caffeine this morning. Thanks so much for tuning in again. And a special thanks to those who took the time to leave me feedback. My favorite letter this week was from Chuck Olson of Minnesota Stories and Mookie TV. Chuck writes,
"Wow, what a cool intro. You're a one-woman craftwork video, or something."
Thanks, Chuck. That made me happy. And now it's time for the news. Since I last saw you, Google, Buzz YouTube, Weird Al's White and Nerdy parody of Writin' by Chameleonaire ranks number 2 on the iTunes Music Store. And in other news, recently, grown men in tight, shiny pants have been spotted, running back and forth through fields of striped grass, chasing an oblong object reportedly made of pigskin. These strange bouts of physical activity are said to occur mostly on Monday and Sunday. Getting to know me. But how are you doing? Seriously, I figured that if you're going to be so kind as to spend this time each week with me, that we should get to know each other a little better. So why not tell me a little bit about yourself? And here's just a little bit about me. For starters, I'm an artist here at Clever Media.
And today, I'm going to take you on a little tour. Most of you are probably already familiar with the lobby of the Clever Media Tower, with its marble floors and revolving doors. But I'd like to take you through the back way. This room is self-explanatory. And this room is where the executives wash. Most of the podcasting goes on down here, in the basement. This is where Jay works. And here's our blue screen, where most of our real podcasts are filmed. Last but not least, here's my teeny-weeny office. It's just big enough to fit my desk and a couple of chairs. And on my desk, you'll find my bag of dice and a Wacom tablet big enough to park a car on. Finally, there's my eyesight. That's where the magic happens.
But let's go on a road trip. But last weekend, I undertook a quest that allowed me to emerge from the basement and into the light of day.
Real-life questing.
Each year, Coloradans flock to make their mandatory annual trip into the mountains to view the aspens in brilliant hues from yellow to red. But since this quest involved a long drive anyway, we used it as an excuse to complete a few other quests in the Colorado Springs area, namely Dunkin' Donuts.
Real-life questing.
There is not a single Dunkin' Donuts in the entire Denver metro area. In fact, the only place in Colorado that you can find a Dunkin' Donuts is the 4 locations in Colorado Springs.
Real-life questing.
We also took the opportunity to browse outside our normal sphere of geek stores and scored big. You don't know how hard this stuff is to find. We had looked everywhere for it, so when we found it, we bought the whole stock. Plus, I bought the last piece to complete my first playable Necron army.
Real-life questing.
Finally, we got up into the mountains to absorb the beautiful scenery, accompanied by iPod, of course. I love Colorado, but this isn't National Geographic, so I'll keep it short. Having completed my quest and collecting the EP, I can now return to the basement for another year.
Please join me next week.
So, that's all I've got for this week. Sorry about the home movies. I'll do better next week, I promise. If you're watching, please do send me an email so I can make you a better show. While you're at it, why don't you tell me, if you were a superhero, what would your name and superpower be? My superhero identity will be revealed later on. But what I can tell you is that I have an evil twin, and her superpower is to make you buy her action figure.